Well, good morning. I'm hoping that you can hear me okay. Um, Sorry I'm not there in person. I wish I could be, but I thought I'd give you a little something to work on. You can do this video whenever you feel tight and you want a little stretch. So let's get started. Go ahead and lay on your backs. I'll lay on my mat and keep your knees bent. Just stretch your arms up over your head. And just relax there for a moment. You can bring your arms where it feels comfortable. And just close your eyes. You can even let your knees kind of fall together to support each other if that helps. And just take a long, slow, deep breath in and release it when you're ready. Do that a couple more times. And then go ahead and bring your knees up again and bring your right ankle over your left thigh. And just encourage your right knee to open, keeping this right foot really active. And then go ahead and lift up so you can interlace behind the thigh. And then lay back down. You can move your left foot a little bit, just see how it feels. Encourage your tailbone to stay down. Rock side to side a little bit, just warming up that hip. Good. And then place the left foot down. Interlace behind the right thigh now and stretch the right leg straight. And move that foot. You can point and flex a few times if you'd like. And then see about extending the left leg and see if you can get the thigh all the way down. A little stretch in the hamstring. Good. And then bending the right knee, placing that foot flat. Bring the left ankle over left thigh. Just see how that one feels. You can encourage the left knee to open, keeping the left foot flexed and active. And then lift up so you can interlace, lay back down. Move your right foot a little bit if that feels good. Encourage the shin to come a little closer, but keeping the tailbone grounded. One more breath. And release the right foot to the ground, interlace behind the left thigh, press, maybe extend the right leg, move the flex and point the left foot. So feel that hamstring stretch, keeping the hip points square to the ceiling. Good, and then release. Roll to your side and come on up to all fours position. And just move through some cow and cat. Try and go really slow. See if you can try to move one vertebrae at a time. And even try to move with your breath. Really feel your spine. Feel where you feel tight. And just kind of pause in any spot and you can move a little bit more if you want to. Move side to side. Good, and then pause and go ahead and bring your right foot out to the side. And ground that foot down, make sure your kneecap and toes point the same direction. And then you can move forward and back a little bit. Really grounding that foot down, you'll feel inner thigh stretch. Good, and then pick that foot up, swing it all the way around to the opposite side and ground the ball of the foot down and stay nice and long. Hip points stay square to the floor, and then just turn and look at your foot. Feel stretch in the side body. Good, and come on back in. And switch sides now. Left foot comes out. Move forward and back. And pick it up, bring it all the way across. Make sure your hip points are square to the floor. Nice. Rib cage is back, and then twist and look at your foot. Feel from your armpit all the way to the toes, a nice stretch in the side body. Good, and then unwind and come to your first child's pose. So big toes together, knees nice and wide, and sit back. Off these earrings because I have a mic, I have iPods and they're clicking against them. So sorry about that. Good, and then breathe deep into your low belly. Walk your hands out a little further and come up on fingertips. Feel the armpits lifting and the forehead lowering. And good, come on up back to all fours. Curl your toes under and sit on your heels if that works okay for you with your knees and your feet, your toes. If it feels good, stretch your arms up. And then lift your heart, bend your elbows. And stretch them back up, interlace. Tuck your chin, round your upper back, roll forward, and then come back down. Now stretch the toes straight. Sit back on the heels. Make sure the toes are going straight back. It's an ankle stretch. I know we all get tight there. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart. Inhale, stretch the arms up, interlace. And exhale, round and stretch forward. Good, come back to all fours. And please extend your right leg. And again, keep the hip points square to the floor. And then add the left arm. Squeeze your glutes. Point and flex your toe. Good, bring the right knee, left hand down and extend left leg, right arm. The points stay square, really strong in the core. Point and flex. And coming on down. Bring your hands forward of your shoulders a little bit. Curl the toes. Lift the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. And just walk your dog out. Notice your calves. Make sure your feet are at least hip distance. Press into the fingertips and the finger mounds more than just the wrist. Good, and then come forward to plank. You can lower your knees to come down or lower slowly down to the floor. Stretch your toes long, press the tops of your feet down. Isometrically pull your hands back, shoulders stay back as you lift to cobra. And just think long spine here. Just want you to really feel it. Stay for one more breath. And then lower down on your exhale. Curl your toes. Push all the way back like you're going to child's pose, but then you just lift your knees and come to downward facing dog. Step your feet to your hands. You might have to bend your knees a lot. That's okay. Come to a forward fold. And then just pretend like you're a ragdoll and just kind of hold your elbows and swing side to side a little bit. Good, and then one vertebra at a time, roll up to standing. Good, stretch your arms up. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Pull up a little bit and then arc. Again, just think hip points stay square, shoulders stay square. I'm just stretching out the whole side of my body. Inhale, come back up, switch, pull on the opposite wrist, and arc. Just go slow with your breath. And come on back up. Release your hands, and I'm going to have you just slowly bend your knees, bring your hands on your knees, come to chair pose. So feet are hip distance, hips move back. Feel like you're into your heels a little more than the balls of your feet, but you have all four corners grounded down. Bring hands to heart center, maybe sit a little deeper. Good, bring hands to the knees again, turn the toes out, come down to a deep squat. Hopefully that'll feel really nice. Take a couple breaths there. If your heels come up, that's normal, so don't think you have to look just like my deep squat. Good, and then slowly come back to a forward fold. Stay for a breath there. And sweep all the way up. And bring hands to heart center. Good, release the hands by your side. Stand on your left foot, lift your right heel, and then think, okay, I'm gonna lift the right knee. And then slowly lean forward. As you do, bring the foot behind you and then touch it down. Good. And just feel a stretch in your hip flexors. Again, hip points stay square to the front. And if you want to, stretch your arms up. This is called crescent warrior. You can keep the back knee bent if that's better for your leg and for your back. Good, and then touch down by on either side of your foot to that deep lunge position. Keep the right hand grounded. Reach the left arm up and do a little deep lunge twist. So you're twisting to your left. Feel that stretch. And then please touch down, lower the back knee, hands to the front knee a little bit more. Stretch on the hip flexors, hug the knee towards the heel towards the knee. You can go a little deeper if that feels good. Good, and then touch down. You're gonna slide your hips back to straighten your left leg. And notice how my hips are right above my knee, not further. And then I'm gonna see, are my hips level and are my hip points facing straight ahead? You can come up higher if you need to. You can go lower if you want more stretch. Don't hyperextend your knee though. Just think I'm gonna press the heel down and get a little good stretch going in the back of my leg. I'm pulling the leg into the socket and then maybe stretching the toes long. Should feel really good. And then bend back into the front knee, lift the back knee, and step forward to that forward fold position. And come all the way up to standing. Stretch your arms up. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. Good. Stand on your right foot now. Lift the left knee. Bend the right knee a little bit as you lean forward. Stretch the left leg back and touch it down. And just kind of find your balance. If you need to find your knee, you can. You can touch the floor. Come to that crescent warrior. Couple breaths. Hip points stay square. Good. One more breath. On the exhale, touch down on either side of your front foot. And then keeping the left hand grounded or up on fingertips, stretch the right arm up and open up to a deep lunge twist. You're twisting to the right, lengthening through the spine. Good. Touch down, lower the back knee. Bring the hands to the front knee and feel hip flexors stretch one more time. Good. Slide the hips back, straighten the front leg. I always have to kind of move my heel up and place it where I want to. And then I remember a little baby bend in the knee, press the heel down, hips stay square and level. Draw the leg into the socket, press the heel down. Fold deeper if your hamstrings allow. And then you can try and stretch the toes, stretch out the foot. Good, bend back into the front knee, lift the back knee, and please step forward, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center and release them. Good. We're going to do that same thing again. So standing on your right foot, lift your left knee. Feel the balance. You guys have good balance. Your soccer players, use your core. Lean forward, step it back, and then touch down because I want you to make sure that you're grounded down. Then you're going to just turn your foot so it's parallel to the back wall and then come up to warrior two. Voila. Bring your right hand to the outside of your right knee for a moment. And just press the knee into the hand. Make sure you can still see your big toe just to turn on the right glutes. Good, now keep that, extend the arm again. And then lean forward, elbow to knee. And other arm up and over by the ear, thinking nice and long. Parsvakonasana. Try not to lean too heavily on this leg, just use the strength of your glutes. Good, and then touch down. Turn the back heel up and step forward, forward fold. Inhale, pranam, this time just extend long. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Bring hands through heart center and down. Good, stand on the left leg. Lift the right knee. And slowly step it back. You can touch the floor first and then just gently set that back leg down, the right leg. Ground the foot down. Come up, warrior two. Just feel that position. Bring the left hand to the outside of the left knee. Press knee to hand, hand to knee. It doesn't really move, but you can feel your glutes engage. Good, and then extend the arm again. Warrior two. Elbow to knee. Right arm up and over. Parsvakonasana, nice and long. Good, and then touch down. This time, turn the heel up, but step back to a downward dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower. And push all the way back. Child's pose. Just let your hands stack so your forehead can rest on them. Hopefully you're noticing that your physical body feels a lot better. Sometimes stretching out after you've been working so hard. I know you've had lots of games, lots of tough games. And come back to a down dog. Step your feet to your hands. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now, all of you take a wide stance. Hopefully you're far enough apart that you can do this. And just kind of ask yourself, my hips level, hip points pointing ahead. Do I have weight? Not only on the inner edge, but on the outer edge of my feet too. And then bend your knees slightly, bring your hands on your knees, and then just fold forward. Prasarita Padottanasana. And ask yourself, does the weight feel like it's in the middle of my feet? You can even sway forward and back. You'll feel different ligaments and muscles kind of working, maybe lengthening, loosening a little bit. Good, and then bending the knees again, bring the hands on the knees and come back up. Now just turn your right foot to the side. Bring your arms up and come to triangle. Remember, you can do it here if your hamstrings go, oh, that's enough. I want you to keep a long spine and you're leaning straight over that foot. You can always slide deeper if you want to, or even to the floor. triangle pose. Notice the ball of your right foot. See if you can keep the weight there as well as the rest of your foot. The back foot's like your anchor. Good. Come on back up. Relax your arms for a moment. Turn the right foot in and the left foot out. Same thing. Add the arms. Start high. You can always slide lower. Keep your spine long. Keep your head reaching over your foot. All parts of both feet engaged. Good. Come on back up. Release your hands. Turn your foot forward and slide down to that prasarita position again. And then you're just gonna heel toe, walk your feet together, come to a forward fold. And then widening the feet if you need to, turning the toes out if you need to, come down to that deep squat. And slowly, gracefully, lower to your backs. Feet flat, right under knees. Hands by your hips. Lift to Setu Bandha or a bridge pose. And lower back down. Hug your knees into your chest. Keep your feet and your legs active. Bring your arms to cactus and roll both knees to the left side. Try to keep the right shoulder blade down. You'll feel it in the outer hip. It's a lying down twist. You feel it in the glutes. And if you really want more, if your right shoulder's down, both knees are down, and you want more, go ahead and extend the right leg long. You can even bring your left hand on top. Just hold it there. It may or may not feel good. You just do what feels good and restorative. Good. And then release the foot if you have it. Bring both knees up and then bring them over to the right side. Lying down twist. Left shoulder blade stays down if possible. And if you want to, you can extend the left leg. I got a wall in the way. Excuse me. And then please unwind. Scoot your bum back if it's moved one way or another. Bring your hands by your side. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let the knees open wide. Supta Baddha Konasana or butterfly. I like to bring my hands on my belly then so I can just feel the breath moving in and out. And you'll notice my knees don't go all the way down. Some people's do. The key though is to keep a little curve in your low back, but keep your ribs kind of drawing down a little bit so you just feel long through your spine. And it feels like a nice inner thigh stretch. And then slowly close the knees and go ahead and stretch out for Shavasana position. So I like to bring palms facing up and then just notice am I still holding tension in my legs? So just wiggle the feet back and forth and then just let the feet fall open to where they want to. And then turning to your breath, just going to give you a few keys to help you relax a little deeper. Soften your face and your eyes. Every exhale gives you an opportunity to release and let go a little more. Relax your ears, your jaw. Maybe allow your teeth to part slightly. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Relax your chest and your upper back. Your low back and your belly. Where your legs connect to your pelvis, all those muscles and ligaments in there. Allow them to lengthen, release, and relax. Allow your quads, your hamstrings, your shins, your calves. Relax. Even notice the kneecaps, the muscles around them. Allow them to just be where they want to be without any muscles pulling on them. Relax your ankles, your feet, and all 10 of your toes. Allow the bones to feel heavy and grounded into the mat, which is really connected to the earth. Allow the muscles to just drape over the bones, not squeezing them at all at this point. Allow the skin to go slack. And in this relaxed state, wanted to share a little bit more from my book, A Still Quiet Place for Athletes. Just give you something to think about. This week, I want you to choose one simple but very specific element of your game that you want to improve. For example, shooting, defending, dribbling, whatever it is that you feel like you need more improvement on, step overs, passing. And then Google videos of the best in the world doing this element. And as you watch the videos, see if you can feel your body doing that element. Or better yet, watch videos of your best performance of that element. And then close your eyes and see and feel yourself successfully doing the element from the inside out. Putting your attention fully into your body and feeling your way through will allow you to discover what works best for you. So improving a particular element of your sport is really helpful to visualize the skills that you probably already have or that you want to attain to improve. Experts suggest that these skills are most powerful when they are mindfully embodied. Mindfully embodied means not just watching elite athletes or envisioning yourself performing a specific move, but actually feeling yourself doing the movement. Good imagery is more than just visual. That's why I don't like to call it visualization. The best imagery involves the multi-sensory reproduction of the actual sport experience. You should duplicate the sights, sounds, physical sensations, thoughts, and emotions that you would experience in an actual competition. The most powerful part of mental imagery is feeling it in your body. Begin to notice the breath again. Just notice it moving in and out. A lot of times when I want to be intentional or have this image come, I have to turn to my breath because that always makes you feel it. So as you breathe in and out, imagine your body now becoming a little bit more energized. The skin kind of tightening up a little bit, the muscles coming a little more active by stretching the fingers and the toes. Maybe moving your head side to side. And when you're ready to move more, please draw the knees in towards the chest. Roll to the side. If y'all roll to the right, you won't hit each other. And come on up to seated. And find a good seat. Hopefully you feel a little more comfortable in a cross-legged position than you did at the start. And please bring hands to heart center. I'm visualizing all of you doing well and working together as you finish the season out strong. And I bow to the beautiful light in each of you. Namaste. Thanks, girls. Have a great rest of the season.